welcome back to Sudoku Topology, puzzle H4. The last one we did was a hell of a hard puzzle for me, so let's see if we can make it less hard for this one. Okay, so this one, we have this weird sphere type thing. We have one digit marked as that it's odd, apparently. Good thing I highlighted that because I would not have known. The digits are 1 through 6, so that just means this is a 1, 3, or 5. Then we've got a bunch of thermos bouncing around the grid. And our boxes, we've got the straight lines through the center of the sphere. Those are boxes. Got that. And then, let's see, that's not quite so easy to do. Okay, so we've got a little ring, and a little ring. Okay, so we've got all the sort of little rings, then all the medium rings, and then all the, I'm going to guess, all the big rings. Okay, that's going to be a little bit of an adventure for me to figure out. We'll do our best. And then we have our thermos, where the digits need to go from smallest to biggest. Okay, so I can at least sort of good lift these and then look for quadruples. So we've got a bunch of length 3 thermos. Oh. There we go, okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. And let's see. Here we go. Here's one more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see. Did that do anything in and of itself? We do have... I see. So there's a little... Oh, not quite. There's a little circle in the middle where 6 is placed, but I don't think that's quite true. But that's the kind of thing I'm going to look for right away is... So where was that odd again? The odd was there. So yeah, so the 6 in this little circle around the middle is either there or there. So my sort of inclination is to think that the reason why there's an odd circle is to rule a 6 out of a cell. Yeah, and here are the 6s in green or blue in this configuration. So yeah, let me look at these each real quick. Don't think I have a lot to say about you or you. I guess I can good lift the 1 length 2 thermometer if what I think the puzzle is about finding 6s. For example, this cell cannot be 6. And so if I look over here, and this cell likewise can't be 1, so I should probably pay attention to both of those. That means that the 6 in blue is definitely over here for whatever that is worth. Oh, there's a thermo here I didn't mark. That's probably a good thing to notice. Okay, this is a length 3 thermo that I didn't mark even. 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Does that lend any credence to any of my inner circles that I did not previously have? Let's see. There's certainly 3 1, 2, 3, 4s with that structure in that one. 3 1, 2, 3, 4s with that one. At least 3 1, 2, 3, 4s with that one. Okay, then we get off to our middle one, where we've got, this one has 3 2 3 4 5s on it, so it needs a 1 somewhere. Yeah, we've got three, four, five, sixes around here. There's only 2 places 1 can go in this big ring, which are there and there. Yeah, if this only wasn't a 2, that would be very big. Okay, so I think we've got to sort of examine the repeated structure here. So there's a couple pieces of structure that are repeated. So we've got this sort of radiating out. Oh, are there only 2 of them? I thought there were 3 sort of radiating out things like this. Maybe there is a third? No, it doesn't look, not quite. We have sort of this funky variation on it over here. Yeah, we've got all of these inner circles that have a lot of 1, 2, 3, 4s on them. Because basically our thermos tend to start at the center. So yeah, so one of those 2 is a 6 on that circle. One of these 2 is a 6 on that circle. And I guess one of these 3 is a 6 on this circle. Maybe I'll just mark these 6s. Yeah, so one of these 2 is a 6. Yeah, that one's got 3 options. That one's got 3 options. This one has 2 options, so it's one of these 2. Sorry, I think I mismarked this. I think this one actually has 3 spots where the 6 could go. So I think only one of them is actually down to 2 spots. I think it's that one, which is, I think, 8. Oh, this one even has... What am I doing? Lord. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Never mind. All the stuff about corner marked 6s was all a lie to keep you on your toes, to make sure that you were paying close attention, I suppose. Is this center one not... Oh, no. Okay, sorry. What on earth is happening? Okay. This one really is. It really is true that that there's a 6 in one of these 2 cells. That is true. This one, though, we don't have it, and this one, we don't have it. Basically, it's based on the odd circle, I think is the point, is why this one specifically has a 6 in one of these. So there's a 6 in red or yellow in the center, which means that one of these 2 isn't 6. It's not immediately grabbing me as incredibly useful. I guess I should look at the rays. I do notice orange has an awful lot of pencil marks in it. Orange and light blue have the most. Orange actually only has 2 places that 1 can go. Ah, that's interesting. Okay, so that's going to be useful. That's going to get me some pencil marks. So orange is these 2 cells are the only places where 1 can go. So let's see which of these inner circles contain those. Not that one. That one does. So that means any cell that's not orange in these doesn't contain a 1. Because again, one of these 2 is a 1. So here, for example, that means that these 2 cells can't be 1. Because they both contain, or they contain both the oranges, and so that percolates up. So those can't be 1, so therefore those can't be 2 or 3, and therefore this can't be, this can't be 2 or 3. Okay, and I think there's another one, which is going to be that one also. contains both oranges, so that means that these two both can't be 1. And if that's true, then that one can't be 2, and that one can't be 3, and this one can't be 2, and that one can't be 3. Okay, so that's gotta do some good, hopefully. Now the odd cell, I think, is not in a region with both oranges. There's not sort of a... You could imagine what the circle would look like, but it's not one of the circles we have been given. Okay, now putting the 1 here would be incredibly bizarre, right? Oh, oh no, we don't have a 2, 3, 4 triple. These 2, 3, 4, I think, are not all on the same circle yet. Okay. And likewise, we have a, like, almost but not really 4, 5, 6 triple on the outside, where we've got sort of a bunch of things that now sort of end in 4, 5, or 6 that are all not quite seeing each other. Let's see, and in the middle, I've got a bunch of 3, 4, 5s. 3, 4, 5s do line up, I think. Let's see if I can find it. There we go. That circle has 3, 3, 4, 5s in it. So that means the remaining things are from 1 to 6 only, which must assuredly be useful somehow because... I hear you asking. Good question. I don't think it does anything yet. But hey, pencil marks are pencil marks, right? Other blue. Yeah, this blue is getting quite pencil marked. Not, I think, in an incredibly useful way, but it's at least getting a bunch of pencil marks. Is there really no... There's so many 2, 3, 4s in the center. Is there really no circle that contains 3, 2, 3, 4s? That would be too nice. And no, like, weird triangle, because this graph doesn't have any triangles in it, so there's no way I can... So I don't actually, I think, have any set where I know that it's all of 2, 3, and 4. That have appeared. Yeah, yellow 1 is getting pretty restricted. I think do I actually know that this cell can't be a 1? Yes, I do actually know that this cell can't be a 1 because it is with the orange one. So this is certainly 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 at the very least. So yeah, so the yellow 1 is sort of pinned down to 2 total places. I don't think that's super exciting. I'm going to turn those off and just highlight this just so I can sort of mentally keep an eye on it, because I think this is the ring that is the key to the puzzle more than most of the others, because it only has one more 1, 2, 3, 4 to give, and then the rest are going to be 5s and 6s. And funnily enough, I know this cell isn't a 6, actually, because it sees the 6 in either this its own region or this there. So yeah, so this is never a 6 because it definitely sees that 6 in some way or another. So this is certainly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and not 6. So I now know that one of these two is 6. feels like I should maybe be able to do something with it, but I don't know that I can. At least not immediately. Okay, let me actually mark some of the other circles in the center, because that was actually kind of revealing. Let's look at this one. So I'm going to only mark these 3 in the center, which is, let's see, this one. There we go, like that. How did you only end up... Oh, wait. How many circles are there around the center? I keep concluding different numbers. So I've marked 3 of them, right? Blue, purple... Yeah, there's one more. There's a green one. I mean, I guess I'm going to make it green. Okay, so there are more circles around the center than I have given it credit for, so maybe that's interesting. Okay, so the only cell I have not... Oh, sorry, no, there's 2 cells I haven't pencil marked at all. This is one of them. And this cell I surely know is not 1, because it's definitely in the circle with the 1, because the 1 is already done in pink. This one I know is not 1 because the 1 is already done in yellow, if you look at those 2 sort of 1s. Very mysterious. Okay, but I do want to keep this coloring in here for a moment at least. Just to try and unravel the mystery of what is happening here. Oh, I haven't marked this cell yet, apparently. When I said I had marked all the cells, that was apparently a lie. So this can't be 1 for sure. And unfortunately, I think this one can be 6, based on my 6 pencil marks at least. Yeah, I feel like I maybe need to look a little beyond the inner part, but beyond the inner part is so bizarrely structured. Let me clear out my coloring. Yeah, because the 4, 5, and 6 that follow the 3, 4, and 5. So let me highlight the actual 3, 4, 5 triple. 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. No, it was... There we go. There's one of them, I think. There we go. These are the actual 3, 4, 5 triple. Oh, I guess here's something that tells me. It's not just that one of them is a 5. One of them is also a 3. So that would mean one of these has to be a 2, or this is a 1. Let's see, that's almost useful. Yeah, let me sort of highlight the things that are on the tips there, under there, and the things that are on the tips the other way, I guess. However you want to say that, those things. Just to sort of keep in mind this structure. Okay. Oh, this is not the right cell. Okay. It actually is as good as I hoped. Oh, not quite. It's almost as good as I hoped. Sorry. The cells before the yellows are these 3, which means one of these is definitely a 2. So any cell that sees them all can't be 2. So that cell, for example, can't be 2 because it sees them all. Let's see. This cell can't be 2 because it sees them all. This cell can't be 2 because it sees them all. Basically, any cell that is in this ring with these 2 and also sees that one can't be 2. Okay, and so I think that is all of those things. Okay, let me select all. I think there's a coloring thing that I think I have failed to notice so far. So let me pick 2 cells, like, let's say these 2, and ask myself the question, where do those go on the other rings around the center? So, for example, one of those is this one. So they certainly can't go here or here. And they also can't go... Oh, maybe there's not an also, like I had hoped there would be. Oh no, they also can't go there or there. So these are the same numbers, right? Let me go through that again. Let me just grab this. So I just picked 2 cells at random here to be yellow, and I'm asking myself, okay, where do the yellow cells go on the highlighted ring? And I think the point of this puzzle is that yellow is knocked out of stuff on this ring, so it's knocked out of those 2. And yellow is knocked out of stuff on this ring, so it's knocked out of those 2. And so I think the yellow digits are exactly these 2. And so I think we have this sort of weird antipodal kind of thing happening where any pair of points along the outside, I think we know where they go on the inside. So I think that yellow pair is the same as that yellow pair. And so I think that tells me... and is that all the yellow digits on the inside? So let's see. So that contains that one. That contains that one. Yeah, so each of these contain 1 pair of yellows, and it's either that pair or that pair. Okay, so let's grab a different pair along this outside. So I'm going to take that one and that one, make those blue, and ask myself where blue goes on this. So blue is not yellow, and so blue needs to go here while not being yellow, and not being on the circle with blue. So these 2 cells are blue. And then that means that these 2 cells in pink are always the same as these 2 cells in pink. Oh, at least this can't be a 4. Okay, here's minor point that has nothing to do with anything I've thought about for the past 30 minutes. This can't be a 4, because if it was, these would be 4, 5, 6, and it would look down at that cell across... let me get rid of this coloring again. The coloring seemed like a good idea, but I don't think it actually did anything. So going back to my... actually, we'll just label these. If I look at orange... that being a 4 would break that cell because I would have a 4, 5, 6 in orange already. So that can't be a 4. See, I haven't really looked a lot at the middle rings recently. Maybe I should look at the middle rings, which I think start at 11. Okay, this one is kind of interesting because we've got 2, 3, 4, 5s and a 4, 5, 6 and a 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, there's 2 spots the 1 could go for this shell. Okay, it's one of those. I'm going to go back and mark the other one that had 2 spots the 1 could go. Was here and here. I don't think this can be a 1 anymore. At least provided that I did the previous 2 correctly. Yeah, those are the only ones that could be 1 there. Because I think what we discovered was everything only shows up in each set of rings twice. So there's a 1 in yellow and there is a 1 in blue. And so I think if I pay close attention to that, I think that's going to tell me there's not a 1 some other places. Although I am trying to find such a place. Like this one. This one definitely can't be 1 because it sees both blues. Oops. Basically, I don't think any cell that is not yellow or blue in the mid-rings can be 1. Okay, so I removed 1 from a grand total of, I think, 1 cell there. If we look at it. I thought it was more, but then I think it turned out to only be 1. Okay, well, let me look at the outer rings. That was me looking at the middle rings. Let's look at the outer rings and see if anything else jumps out. We, of course, have a decently large number of 4, 5, 6s on the outside, although they don't play super nicely. Oh, actually, sorry I said that, but that's not true. These actually all see each other. So these 3 cells, oops, I think all actually see each other because these 2 see each other through that ring, and then these see each other through that ring and that ring. Okay, so this is an honest 4, 5, 6 triple. Which in particular means that this cell is a 1, 2, or 3. Because this cell sees all of that 4, 5, 6 triple in some convoluted way. I don't know that that's going to do anything immediately. Are there any other cells? I'm going to guess the answer is no, but maybe there are, and I'm not appreciating it. Oh, no, this one does. This cell also sees the 4, 5, 6 triple in a really convoluted way, so that's a 1, 2, 3. This cell, oh, that's the one I've already got. Let's see. Through. Oops. That one certainly does. See all of those. So that is a 1, 2, 3. So any cell on a ring that contains those 2 and is opposite a green should do it. So I think that might mean there are 3 total and we've got them all. Yeah, sadly, this sees 2 of the 4, 5, 6s, but not the 3rd. So I cannot mark that as 1, 2, 3, but I do have all of these 1, 2, 3s now. So let's try. I don't think this was productive, at least for now. Let's try looking at my. Oh, sorry. I'm going to try looking at those again, now that I've got a bunch of 1, 2, 3s floating around. See if I can extract any additional value out of them. Okay, so there's a 1, 2, 3 in red now. So 1, 2, 3 in light blue, and a 1, 2, 3 in green. And there are 2 1, 2, 3s and 2 4, 5, 6s around the outside here. I do know for sure that one of these cells in from my 4, 5, 6 triple is a 3. So any cell that sees all 3 of those can't be 3. Okay, maybe I should go back to doing that. Okay, so here's my 4, 5, 6 triple that is incredibly this game. Okay, and so one step in from the 4, 5, 6 triple along the thermos is these cells. So one of these cells is 3. And for example, that one can't be 3, and this one can't be 3, at the very least, because those see all 3 of them. But I think there was actually an interesting cell that saw all 3 of them. Let's see, this... Okay, let's see, we've got something that's along here. Like, that cell can't be 3, because it definitely sees all of the green digits. And if that can't be 3, that's actually big enough to tell me that that can't be 4. Let's see, am I missing any others, or have I found all of the ones that are going to see everything? Yeah, that's gonna be... another one that's not going to be super exciting. Okay, but that at least made this a 4, 5 and a 5, 6 in this world. Is that going to be interesting? Wait, does this cell see the 3, 4, 5 triple? It does, doesn't it? It does. So this cell's not a 3... Uh-oh. I was all excited, but that means I broke the puzzle. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, right. It's not a triple. It's not a triple. I just know that one of them is 3. But that actually tells me... that there is a repeat. I don't think I screwed that up. Because these really are a triple. I don't think I screwed up anything. But yeah, this cell is neither of those 2. And it's not that one either. So that means that this cell and this cell are actually the same. Because those are the only 2 that plausibly could be the same. And if they're the same, they're certainly not 5, because that would put 2 6s into my yellow triple. So those are certainly from 3, 4. Okay, and they can't both be 3 either, actually, because if they were both 3, it would put 2 2s in the same loop. So these are both 4, actually, if I did this right. Which is going to make these 2 cells a 2, 3 pair. Sorry, these 2 cells a 2, 3 pair. And that 2, 3 pair is going to see that 1 over there. Oh boy, let's see. Yeah, this is the hold the baby moment of hope that we did not make a boo-boo. So that is not 1, 3. This is not 2 or 3. This is not 2 or 3. Going around like that. Okay, this is certainly not 4. This certainly isn't 4, and we needed one of them to be 4, so it's this one. So this is 6 now. Oh, and we said one of the greens is 3. No, we said... Oh, crap, I did something wrong. Oh, right. I filled in 6 here. This is a 4, not a 6. Because it's a triple with a 5-6 pair. So that's 4, 3, and 2. Running around in there, if I did that correctly. Lord knows at this point. Okay, so that 2 sees that that is a 3, which sees that that is a 2. Okay, so this is not 2 or 3. This isn't 3. This isn't 2 or 3 or 4. Yes, we've got 1, 4, 5, and 6 left. Okay. This 3 tells me that cell's not a 3. This 3 tells me that cell's not a 3. This 4 tells me that cell's not a 4, and that cell's not a 4. This 4 tells me that cell's not a 4. That 2 tells me that cell's not a 2, and that cell's not a 2. I did have 2 1 2s around the outside. Yes, this is a 1 2 pair that sees this cell, so this ought to be a 3. Okay, so that's not a 3, that's not a 3. Okay, this 5 6 pair is in the same ring as this, so this isn't a 5 in any event. Okay, this 4 sees that that cell is not a 4. Hold. Let's see. 3. There's now a 5 6 pair on this circle, so that is a 1. That is a 4. Which means that that is a 2. Which means that that is a 1. Okay, so now that 4 sees around to say that cell's not 4. And sees around to say that that cell's not 4. This 2 certainly sees that that is a 3. So that 3 wraps around here to say that's not a 3. This 4 has made this thermo go up 5 and 6. So that 5 has made that a 6, which makes that a 5, which makes that a 4. Makes that a 5, makes that a 6. That is not a 6. Let's see, this isn't a 4 while I'm at it. That 6 has wrapped around to see that that is a 5, which shoots over to make that a 6, which shoots down to make that a 1. Let's see, this 5 wraps around that inner ring to make that a 6. Okay, so this is not a 6. That's not a 4. That's not a 4. That's not a 6. So one of these two is a 3, I guess, but probably don't need to think that hard, hopefully, about it. The 5 along this line can now only go there, owing to the 5 that we've already placed. Sorry. So this out here is a 1, 2, or 4 to finish this weirdo row. Okay, this quasi-row, or whatever you want to call it, it needs a 1 and a 3. Hopefully that is done. Yes, it is, because that 3 sees this one, so that's the 1. That's the 3. Okay, so this whole outer row looks done. Still nervous that I'm going to have broken this. Okay, let's see. We've got a lot of these are done. Let's see. Can this really be 1, 2? Maybe. That 3 sees around to there, making that a 5, which shoots through, making that, I believe, a 2. I'm just going to double check. Yeah, making that a 2 and that a 3. And that 2 makes that a 4. Means that that is not a 4. That 2 has made that a 6. Okay, we've got a 1 and a 2 left. This 2 sees that that's a 1. So that... sees that that's a 1. Sorry. Sees that that's a 1. You're really trying to give me a heart attack here. That 2 sees that that's a 1, which means that's 2. Which means that's a... Wait. So that's a 2, right? Why are you... Why don't you like that? Are you complaining that one of my thermos is backwards? Because I feel like this should just be a 2, and that should be the answer. But then it is... Oh no, I put a 4 in a thermo with a tip. Oh, are you just telling me that I somehow flipped the 1 and the 4? It looks like what happened. How did that happen? I don't know. I'm sure it will have been obvious to you watching this at what point I did that. I know that was at the very, very end. So it cannot have been that egregious, whatever I did. Possibly something as simple as hitting 4 when I meant to hit 1. I'm not quite sure, but anyway, that was an adventure. I again think this comes down to me sort of like getting better at the geometry, because I think this was like everything we ended up doing was pretty reasonable. It just took me a long time to find a lot of the things. But thank you for watching. I definitely think I deserve a like for that. Perhaps a subscription, although I can't imagine you're not already subscribed if you're watching an hour and 15-minute Sudoku video. But with that, thanks for watching, and we'll be back with more Sudoku Topology tomorrow. Bye for now.